Angel Reese's ex-teammate shares telling Caitlin Clark film study message. A former LSU Tigers player spoke about the team's attempt to study Caitlin Clark before the 2023 NCAA championship game. When looking back upon the massive spike in growth and popularity women's basketball has experienced in the past few years, it's hard to argue that the most influential moment from this came between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the 2023 NCAA championship game. More specifically, when Reese taunted Clark by pointing at her ring finger and mirroring the "you can't see me" gesture that Clark had been directing toward her Iowa bench throughout the NCAA tournament in the final seconds of the championship game, once it became clear that Reese's LSU team was going to win. This moment went supremely viral, catapulting both Clark and Reese to unprecedented levels of stardom that, in hindsight, feels like a watershed moment for women's basketball. Some feel like Reese's taunt was justified, or at least harmless. Others feel like it was unwarranted, in part because Clark still finished the game with 30 points, which included going 8 of 19 from three-point range and 8 assists. Last Tier POA speaks on film study sentiment about Caitlin Clark. Reese, who had 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in that championship game, can't be blamed for Clark's success, as the two played different positions and Reese wasn't guarding her. Rather, Reese's teammate, Last Tier POA, is among those who were assigned to guard number 22. POA, who now plays at Arizona State, interviewed with the Sixth Woman Basketball podcast, which was released on November 18th. When asked about facing Clark in that 2023 NCAA championship game and the impact she has made on women's basketball, POA said, "Yeah, Clark has changed everything. I mean, I believe her and Angel definitely changed a lot of the things, especially how we view women's basketball. Just Caitlin Clark herself, I've always said she's the Stephen Curry of women. Like, she can't be stopped. Anything she does, she's just a dog. And it's hard to guard her," POA added. "I remember before the 2023 championship game, we were watching film on Clark, on the bus, watching film at the hotel. We even watched film right before we played, and the coach was like, 'All right, this is the last time. Just have fun.'" POA then added, "I think preparing for that game, preparing for her, it's definitely hard to stop her. Shout out to Caitlin Clark, man. She's a dog." Whichever LSU coach POA is referencing having said, "All right, this is the last time. Just have fun," regarding watching Clark on film, suggests they knew Clark would probably cook regardless. But Clark still couldn't cook enough to beat LSU on that day. Recommended reading. Sophie Cunningham agrees 8th grade boys could beat a WNBA team. ESPN Insider reveals money issue WNBA players have with new CBA proposal. Caitlin Clark and Donald Trump's granddaughter give Dave Portnoy same invite answer. Michael Porter Jr.'s crazy Sophie Cunningham story gets fact-checked.